Hello. I want to ask, what is the point of Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo campaign? The Bharat Jodo means to unite India. But Rahul Gandhi has previously said that India is not a union as the constitution specifies. It's not even a federation. America has a dual sovereignty, it's a federation. Rahul Gandhi says that India is like the European Union, from which Britain has just split off. What Rahul Gandhi is saying is that Motilal Nehru, Jawaharlal Nehru, and this is his ancestor. His Jawaharlal Nehru was the father of Indira Gandhi. Indira married a Parsi, that's why she got the name. A Gujarati, descended from Gujarat. The name Gandhi means grocer. It's a good name in a democratic country. Rajiv Gandhi, his father. Sonia Gandhi, Italian lady, but she has never questioned the integrity of India. Manmohan Singh was her prime minister. He has never questioned it at all. And then you have Rahul Gandhi saying India is like the EU. Britain has left. Anybody can leave. Maybe he already had in mind his so-called Bharat Jodo Yatra, which will end up in Kashmir, where we know there is a Muslim majority in the valley and where there is separatist sentiment, as there is wherever Hindus are not in the majority. The plain fact is, Pakistan was created on the basis of Islam, and India was created on the basis that Hindus, though far less cohesive than Muslims, Hindus were afraid. Were afraid of salami tactics, were afraid of repeating the mistakes of history, and with the departure of the British, of course, the British were fantastic for minorities, or even for majorities who had been oppressed. But with the departure of the British, the last Englishman to rule India, of course, was Pandit Nehru, and went to Cambridge. His daughter went to Cambridge. Grandson went to Cambridge. Didn't get a degree. Went to Cambridge, and of course, Rahul went to Cambridge. But Rahul doesn't want to get assassinated. So you're saying, well, look, if you want to break up the country, you fucking do it. Don't fucking shoot me, for fuck's sake. Which is a fair point. And the trouble is that, don't forget that the Mahatma, also named Gandhi, was shot. Don't forget that a gentleman by the name of Iyer, no relative of mine, believe me, he was stabbed, or because he wanted to keep Travancore out of the Union, which, let me tell you, would have been good for Kerala, because Kerala, I don't come from Kerala. I come from the other side, and which is why I'm ugly. If I came from Kerala, I'd look like bloody Shashi Tharoor. I'd have fucking hair. And I had a girlfriend. I remember an English girlfriend, and she was sort of drooling, spit drooling. She was watching Shashi Tharoor. This was 30 years ago when he was with the UN, and she's going, "Is he Indian? Actually, he's from my part." And she jumped me, and she did very horrible things to me, and so I'm grateful to Tharoor. I think this is a large number of South Indian men who benefited by Tharoor's honeyed voice and his the hair and yeah. By the way, he's about 10 years older than me. No, he couldn't be that much older than me because no, he's not. But I think he was St. Stephen's right about the same time as my sister. She was one of the first when St. Stephen's became co-educational, which is also probably why Tharoor was elected president of the St. Stephen's Students' Union. Forgive me, I've gotten off track. I'm just saying that, look, if you had Tharoor as the leader of the Congress Party, if you had Jalot, if you had anybody, but you have Karge, a guy who's made $500 million, dollars. That's a lot of money. Now, a lot of that is what Tharoor would call sweat equity. And a lot of it is about, sensible property investments and managing property, but it isn't exactly an advertisement for, how should I put it, primitive. But returning to Rahul Gandhi, with his salt and pepper beard, and you see the kids coming up to him and they hug him and they give him their little pocket money and so on. What's happening here? The answer is that Rahul has become a reverse Santa Claus. That he is so fucking stupid that kids come and give him a hug and they say, have a little present, take this money, sweetie, sweetie. It's the opposite. It's the opposite of leadership. And, of course, we need to really look at who has been hurt most by Rahul, his yatra right now. Now, for me, it's Jignesh Mevani. Mevani is, I'm sure if he took his glasses off, he'd be handsome. He'd be more handsome than Ravan, Chandrasekhar Azad. But you see, this is a guy who certainly middle-class people like myself, we can relate to. He comes from Ahmedabad, parents were civil servants. He did, he could have done anything. He could have done anything. He could have gone anywhere. He was a journalist, did mass communications in Mumbai. This is I haven't met him, but I know people who know him. And, he is the Kamala Harris, you could say. And, if you remember Kamala Harris, when she first stood, Donald Trump, Ivanka Trump, both of them supported her. They gave money to her campaign. I'm not kidding. Look it up. So, this is a consensus kind of guy. He's our guy, and he should be Rahul's guy. Like Mahua Moitra, who was brought into politics by Rahul. But then, she was getting nowhere, so Mamta poached her. But why did Mamta poach Mahua? And the answer is she was making a pappu's pappu. She was making a pappu out of Mahua. Mahua was a pappu of pappu. And you see, the thing about Didi, her degree, I mean, apparently at one time she claimed to have a PhD from East Georgia University, which doesn't exist. Maybe she did that. I mean, I don't give a shit. Nobody does. Because she has shown her caliber on the streets and in the halls of parliament. She is extraordinary. She is amazing. And she is made up, she always had that, and I can appreciate that because, I'm a poor person. I mean, my thinking is, I mean, yeah, I am fucking poor. Look around. This is my fucking flat. It's horrible. Zero money. But the thing is, Mamta has shown that look, J.P. Morgan. Yeah, Pappu was promoting J.P. Morgan, vice president, beautiful lady, all that. Pappu, वो कर रहा है. But she's a Pappu because she has, and I will show that to the world. And that's what Mamta has done. That Mahua would go in parliament and speak in, she could quote Hindi poetry, which, wow. And that was her then. Now she's over here. She's basically turned into an internet troll. She's been reduced to trolling. That's it. Mamta has shown that you can go to. Actually, maybe the girl is from Assam or something. I don't know the details, or that she is from this type of Brahmin and Mamta is from a different type of Brahmin. It could be कि ये लोग मांस मछली खाते हैं और हम नहीं खाते हैं, तो ऐसी कोई बात होगी. Anyway, so the fact is, Rahul, we must get rid of him because, he is now speaking. He's saying, oh, people ask me about Jalot versus Pilot, but they don't ask me about China. The reason that they don't ask him about China is because he could have been a defense minister. He could have been a Minister of State for Defense going back to 2004. In fact, he himself says that he could have been Prime Minister at the age of 25. So he could have held these jobs. He could have known what was required. And the fact is that during UPA, that's when China was doing the build-up. And the fact is, it's also a fact that India will win on that frontier. And that was known, because you see, we have fighting soldiers. They have shitting soldiers. And, the other thing is that we've got asymmetric power in terms of the local people will support us and slit the throats of the Han Chinese. And don't forget, Belt and Road, over the next 20 years, because of demographic collapse of Han Chinese population, Belt and Road means that the Austronesian, who are from China, Austronesians are from China, they're going to be flooding back in. And, a day will come when the Tibetans will say, China is an integral part of Tibet. It's all about demographics. And of course, Muslims. The thing is about Hindus is that we've always been allied with Muslims. If they are killing us, then we object. Otherwise, we don't. Because we're monists, we're theists, but we're monist, very, very monistic. And, so that's not a problem. But China is a problem because they are not theistic, not the current regime. India did not participate even to the slightest extent in the war against terror, aka kill Muslims, kill the raghead, kill, you know, we didn't do that. And of course, so America and the Hindus hired by the foundations, American foundations, they pretended, oh, Modi is killing Muslims, but he's not killing Muslims, is he? But they needed to kind of say that to distract from the fact that they killed 1.3 million Muslims. Imran Khan in 2013, he started to object to that. And that's why Imran Khan is still, he praises India. Because, the guy is a cricketer. He gets it. India didn't kill Muslims. Pakistan did have to collaborate to kill his own people. Innocent people. Guys going for a wedding. So what about, let's go back to salt and pepper bearded Charlie Manson, Santa Claus. But no, come on. Rahul is beautiful, he's a lovely guy. But he's a reverse Santa Claus. He's a reverse Santa Claus. He can't bring any goodies for the kids. Kids have to come and give him a hug and say, Papu, ye tere liye hai. So, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing. If you studied at Harvard and Cambridge and St. Stephen's, you're stupid as shit. And you're probably poisonous to India. So walk your walk. Don't stop at Kashmir. Go all the way. Go all the way to Siberia. Go to the Arctic and find some penguins there. Because, let me tell you, he's very proud. Tamil man. I am descended from penguins. Bandit candy. Yo.